Hello, this is Ginny Virginia Lamont Nagley from Art Yourself Studio, and I uh, promised my friends we would make 5 videos this week. So this is the second video of my series, and I hope you can join me. I hope you paint with me. Get your watercolor out, get your paints out. They are ready and primed to go. If you put a little bit of water in each one, as you know, that's what I usually do for my classes. And we're just going to paint a fun little gnome. I think these gnomes are adorable. I'm also posting it to YouTube, so you can follow me along. It's Virginia Lamont Nagley, and Art Yourself Studio is my business. So I hope you have fun painting with me. We're going to start. It's a Valentine, so I just want to get right into the middle of it. I'm going to go ahead and get this heart painted. Start with your clean water. When you change colors, you'll change waters. You'll put your brush into your dirty water and then put it into the clean water so that you'll always have a nice bright color when you start. So I'm starting with the heart. I find it's really fun to paint hearts. Just put a circle here, and then another circle down here and connect them. Clean water, dirty water, clean water. And then I like his, I want his arms to have a little light base. So I'm just doing a little wash in here of the arm color of the t-shirt that he's wearing. He or she, that I haven't decided yet. If I put a bow on it, it'll be a her. If I leave it without, it'll be a him. Just that simple, little bit of simple, meaning just have fun with it. Make it simple. Don't make it too hard for yourself. I'd like to make a little bit for his nose, a little skin color nose. So you use a little bit of yellow, mix it on your tray, put some yellow out here on your tray. And then you see I had some red from the heart. I'm just going to dip into the little bit of that red and drag it into my yellow. That's how you mix. Just drag it in a little bit. There we go. So it's kind of a nice peachy color. And let's just draw in that nose. And it depends on how big you want to make it. You can see my pencil line now. It's very big. It's okay. I'm going to leave that to dry and come back. I'd like to put the mustache in, and usually I just grab whatever paint is on my palette. And I've got some old paint over here and some in the creases. And I just want kind of a mix that's not the same color as the paper. So it shows up a little bit. I want to make sure by painting this, when I put this on, I make sure that I like where the mustache is going. I'm kind of happy with that shape. So then I will go into my paints, and I don't know if you have this, but this is a color I really like. I love Daniel Smith colors, and I love his Payne's gray. He has there's a Payne's gray, and there's a Payne's gray blue. And I really like his Payne's gray blue. I've been using it for a lot of my paintings now. I really find it fits. When I get my paints wet, I get them all wet, because sometimes I just like to play. And when they're all wet, then I can just dip in. Let's say I've got a little purple here. Maybe I just want to put a little purple into his mustache because it's wet and ready to go. I can just kind of drop it in. I'm doing when I put that in the wetness first, that's called a wet on wet technique. I like to do the wet on wet because you can see where your colors are going when you map it out with your with the water. But now I'm going to grab some gray and put a little bit of warm it up a little bit, and just pull his mustache, or now this is his beard. We're going to pull his beard down, and we don't have to be picky about the color. It's got to be something you like. I will add some streaks in it later. So right now I'm really lightly placing it. I'm not going to touch where the heart is, because that'll bleed out. So let's get some little gray strokes in here. If I really wanted white, I could use bleed proof white. Purist watercolorists, purists don't use that. They save the white. There's a little bit of white saved in here. So you can decide It's up to you. Nobody's going to point a finger at you. This is could be a really cute card. Maybe you would take this and then paint this little gnome and then go have it. Some of the heart bled here and it's okay. I'm going to just take my brush and swipe on the side of it. But make some copies at Kinko and give it as a Valentine card. Okay, so for the hat, I'm just striping it out, putting one color on top of another. I want it to go off here over to the side. And then I'm just going to put a nice round little ball here, little bobble. And that's it. Now, some of his face got lost under the hat. So I need to make the hat a little bit bigger, don't I? I need to go from here up over and come down. And that's his hat because he's really underneath. His eyes are under the hat. Yeah, I think what I'll do is grab some purple too. And I will put a little bit of like purple in there just to add a little bit of detail. I think this beard, and this is what's so fun about watercolor, is you can just play along. It really isn't popping out just yet. I'm gonna let that dry, go down here. I will come back to it because you can tell perspective wise, there's something funny happening here. And that's what's gonna be fun is we're gonna fix that. And I'm gonna show you how, but I just would like him to have some shiny black shoes. And since I use this black down here, and I don't use pure black, I mix colors to make black. I have several different mixtures that I like. So you can experiment, mix any primary colors, and that'll make black, but you can use, this one I used red, green, blue, and sepia. And I make a special mixture. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love that little heart. Okay, it's drying up a little bit. That's good. The key to watercolor is let it dry. Let it dry in between. A lot of times people don't let it dry and then you're frustrated because it's all bleeding together. So I'm being patient. I'm kind of trying to keep busy and find something else to do while I'm letting that dry. I will now, like, the arms are pretty much dry. The way you can tell if it's dry, if it's cool on the bottom. I'm going to go through and take a smaller brush. That was a size 8 brush I used. I'm going to go through and use a smaller brush. And I want to grab a deeper red. Kind of a fun deeper red. And I don't really focus on telling you what colors to use because I know you have colors in your box of watercolor items. So I want you to use the colors you have. That's really important to me. All right, I'm just kind of outlining these again. That I have a lot of water happening in there. That's fine. I'll show you how to fix that. And the heart, I want to just keep pushing the water around a little bit. So now I want to just add stripes on his arms. So his shirt has stripes. And a lot of times it's the detail that you don't really know why you like something. And it's most likely because of the little details that were added. And you're not even sure how it was added. Okay, so this nose was pretty watery. So I'm going to take the paper towel and just dip it up. And don't worry, you can do that with yours. Have fun. If you make a mistake, just fix it. And then if it doesn't work out, it's just paper. Don't worry about it. You can turn it over, use the other side. Okay, so here we go. We're going to, I need to fix that beard. I'm going to go with that Payne's gray again. And it has to come out past his, but I want it to have some texture, but it has to come down where the hat is. And I didn't see that when I first made it. I just saw it now after looking at it for a little bit. And I don't mind that little bleedy look, but I want it to go right up there, but I don't want it to bump into the hat. So I'm just having some fun playing. You can build up on it. Let's take some purple and let's outline this hat a little bit. Let's give it some outline. have fun. I hope you give it a try. Play with it a little bit. I'm going to probably put some little strands of purple in his beard to give it some, I don't know, just some fun. You can use salt, you can use paper, you can use anything you can dab in. There's so many different techniques. I teach a beginning watercolor class, and you'll see it on Facebook or my website. And I just have fun teaching you all the different things that you can do with watercolor. Now, the last thing I think isn't he cute? The last thing I think he needs is his nose, which was that red and yellow ochre mixed together. I'm just going to rub it out, whatever bumped into it, the other colors. It's okay to have a little shadow under here, but this part I want lighten up. And I'll show you what I mean if you want to. A pure watercolorist wouldn't do that. They'd save the white spots, but let's just say you wanted to play a little. I like this bleed proof white. It comes in its own jar. It lasts for a long time. I'm just going to put a little highlight on his nose. And what I like about the bleed proof white is if it's a little bit wet, it bleeds in a little. And if it's a little bit dry, it'll sit on top. So you can kind of play with it. And I'm going to have it sit on top of this mustache and maybe just a little bit throughout his beard. Oops, I don't want that much. Anyway, this is it. This is fun. These gnomes are the cutest thing. If you look up gnomes and look at all the pictures of the gnomes that you saw, put it in a little file, and then maybe make some Valentine cards with your gnomes. Thank you for watching. This is my second video on my YouTube. I appreciate you being here, and I'm just learning. My daughter taught me how to set it up. So I hope to see you again. If you want to make a comment or follow me on Instagram, or just let me know that you saw this, and if you like it, I'll do some more. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna stop recording. Bye.